The world is a ghetto. I'm another nigga with an attitude, and if you don't like how I'm living, well, then fuck you. Like Cool in the Gang, this is a gang and I'm in it. Been down since day one and still here in the final ending that leads to a new beginning. With the Almighty God, the Vice Lords and Holy Bloods of Ammon, who is, who will be, and who always was. No matter what hoes would think, no matter what fools would say, I'm guarded against the walls of the devil, and I knock they bitch ass out of my way and go on with the rest of my day. As usual, what I'm doing business, exercising my faith and what I'm doing to make a living. Survival of the fittest. At the end of the day, I'd rather be chilling in the presence of beautiful women who knows how to treat a hard-working man and ain't wasting time fighting a feeling. That's how I'm living. I'm about making each other feel good, baby, in my neighborhood. Nigga, would you stop hating, acting like you hard? I come from the Almighty God, and if you run up wrong, fool, you gonna get hurt. I got something that'll put you further than 6 feet under the dirt. Go and hustle to get your money, then more money we got. The women wants to love me, they say I make them get hot, hot. I am chillin', they are chillin'. What more can I say? Top billing, that's how it is. A nigga got it good in my neighborhood. If you catch a hell, you catch a hell, bitch, hell no. I'm living here alone and got it good in my neighborhood. Top bit. In my neighborhood, if you catch a hell, bitch, hell no. I'm living here alone and got it good in my neighborhood. I'm from the Great Springs that could rhyme at the end of time. He kept blowing like the river Nile, the cat with 9 lives on and on. He kept going with the power of God Ammon, but his former queen, she started whoring, not knowing if her child was mine. She was exiled out of the Lord's kingdom and lost her former glory, chose the other side of the story, became the sacred whore of Babylon, while I'm still here with her real field niggas. She has become the queen of a dam and a mistress to an Uncle Tom. Now the thrill is gone, at the point of no return, headed to judgment day under the sun, where all evil one souls will get burned at the presence of the Lord's return, rising like a phoenix out of the ashes, reaching out to touch the hands of time. A man with God's kingdom everlasting. His reward is a wife, faithful and true, a covenant with you. She's always looking good. We so happy together in my neighborhood. Top bit. Living here alone. If you catch a hell, bitch, hell no. I'm living here alone and got it good in my neighborhood. In my neighborhood. Righteous way to go. Little ones will know. Believe when I tell them so. The love for themselves and own kind. living to please God. Should reflect the signs of the times. And these words that God made me out to recite, only the righteous ones would do what the Most High God told them to do. The righteous way to go. Little ones will know. Cause I am chillin', they are chillin'. What more can I say? Top bit. So that's how I'm gonna start right there. Now what I wanted to say, man, was from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, bro. God gave the law code unto man. And I want to quote what is in this book. It's called Ancient Egypt, Discovering Its Splendors. This is how you unlock the powers that's within you. So, hold on, let me put this down real quick. All right, what it says right here. Let me show you what I'm looking at. All right. Now on this right here, it says, eternity for those who were righteous. Well-buried Egyptians would not be caught dead without a helpful track. We misnamed it the Book of the Dead, but they knew it as a book of spells for helping the dead return to the land of the living. The book, such as the papyrus one excerpted here, went into the tomb with the mummy. Those who recited the spells could, as the justified dead, join the afterlife. Key rituals illustrate in detail recalled aspects of the regeneration myth of Osiris. His avenger is Horu, who the Greeks called Apollo. So, and he plays the role right here as a white-skirted priest. He has a white robe on. He brings his jaw-shaped sons full of water. Important in the resurrection rites. This will soften the lips of the mummy, which is being propped up by the jackal-headed Anubis, the death's master, the master of the underworld. He's the god of the dead and the master of ceremonies for burial. So next, Horu raises his ass-like wand to pry open the mummy's mouth so the deceased can eat, drink, and speak. Finally, Seth, in a leopard skin, symbolically surrenders the eye of Horu in the form of food, water, and incense. Such opening the mouth ceremonies were enacted also on the gods, statues, and temples. Now active and in the netherworld, the white-robed deceased upper left below kneels before the 14 gods. He will be judged by them and 28 others with such frightful names as the breaker of bones and the eater of blood. In a long negative confession, he must deny having committed specific sins, ranging from mistreating cattle and hoarding water to blasphemy and murder. He also stresses the positive. He is pure of mouth and pure of hands, and without sin, without guilt, and without evil. His judgment comes on the scale of mate, whose figurehead tops it. His heart is weighed against the plume of mate, truth, justice, order, as he prays. O heart of my body, don't weigh heavy against me, for you are my Ka, who is in my body. That's the soul or the life force that's in your body. The Ka, life force, the Egyptian soul. Anubis supervises the weighing while the crocodile, lion, hippo bodies swallow up the souls, the Amit. He's the swallower of the dead soul who doesn't make it into paradise. Those who do what's evil and fail judgment hall in Amin with mate, and they lie in front of the order of truth, they're gonna be devoured by the swallower of souls, the great Amit, who is a crocodile, lion, hippo body looking dragon, so that devours their soul. The swallower of the dead hopes for the worst. He is like at the bottom of Dante's Inferno. That's the dragon. The dragon is like a crocodile with the head of a lion and the torso of a lion and the claws of a lion, but the bottom of a hippopotamus. And he swallows the souls of those who are evil and found guilty at the halls of May. So, but ibis-headed Tousmouv, the divine scribe, records a happy verdict for the righteous, dipping his brush to write on his papyrus all of their acts and their deeds. Finally, the justified deceased, escorted by Haru, meets Osiris, the goddess Isis and Nephthys. And standing upon a flower rooted in the throne-supported Nile, the 4 sons of Haru. Egyptians did do things which are not done, but because they denied all in writing, the gods have to believe them. Their soul testifies the truth upon what they say from their souls. See, one, when he's dead, does not have to speak because his mouth can't move anymore. His soul is open up, and the soul has a mouth that will speak from his heart and tell you all the deeds of the person. The person can no longer speak for himself. His soul, the Ka, his spiritual double, will speak for him in the hereafter and record all the deeds and show. With the windows to your soul is your eyes. Your eyes, what you view, visual. It will testify to what that person confesses before the judgment hall of God. Okay, when the dead is judged. So that's from the book of the dead, but it's the book of spells, and it shows you how to, because death is not the ending to life. The spiritual realm, your spirit is a wind in the flame of the sun. You are from the God of lights. I'm from Amun-Ra, the sun god, the Most High God. He's the highest thing in heaven. He controls darkness and turns the whole dark into light. He swallows up all the other luminaries with his enlightenment.